Here it goes. You're on.
Well, I'm Shay.
And I'm Susan.
We're with Lock and Key Ministries, and we're just here to encourage you today. I have a good story for you.
Okay, let me hear it.
Okay, so my story has to do with procrastination. Are you familiar?
Oh, yes. Am I familiar with procrastination? Weren't we supposed to start doing this like 2 years ago?
Okay, well, we won't talk about that. Don't talk about that. Let's talk about just procrastination
Oh, okay.
in general.
So you're going to be like that now?
I'm going to be a little bit like that.
Okay.
So yesterday I went to my granny's house, and my mom was over there, and she was like, oh, we've gone through all these pictures and blah, blah, blah. Pictures from the 70s, y'all, okay? Do you know what I'm saying? They were sorting pictures, Christmas, birthdays, all these family pictures. They're not in albums. Talk about procrastination. Do you have pictures like that?
From
Do
the
you have
70s?
some pictures?
Wait a minute. I gotta understand. So they're looking through pictures from the 70s and putting them in piles to do what with them?
To finally then put them in books and albums so we can look at them.
Okay.
You know, do you have those
I
boxes
totally
of
get that.
pictures? You find them under everybody's bed. You're like, I
Well,
don't
what
know
about
who this
now? They're
is.
sitting in my phone.
True. How do we do that?
I mean,
what do we do?
I don't see
I
any
hope somebody
need.
has a creative idea.
I
for
don't
pictures.
see any need in pulling them out of my phone.
So why do we procrastinate like that? What do you have any thoughts?
Well,
on that?
I think that we procrastinate because of fear. That's just my personal opinion. Because let's just talk about the fact that 2 years ago this was suggested for us to do this.
Was that before or after we were in the bathroom hiding?
Oh, I think
we
that
were
was
afraid.
After. So what we're talking about is we were at the ICRS, which is an International Christian Retail Show. Shay and I have written a book, which is another thing. I mean, nobody knows that. Why? Because we procrastinate about doing these videos.
Right.
So it was suggested to us after we were hiding in the bathroom because we were too scared and we didn't think we were good enough to be there, that we might try doing these videos because we really are quite funny. Maybe right now you're not seeing it. But we really are funny.
We're gonna
we think we're funny. And
we're
nobody
going to
else
get
does.
around to doing more. Maybe. This may be the only one you ever see. I don't know.
That is a good point because after we watch it, we may be like, no thanks.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think really, Shay, that it comes from, for me, and you can elaborate, for me it came from the fact that I just wasn't secure enough.
Right.
To take this leap forward. Somebody else saw in us the ability to do this, but I didn't see it in myself.
Right, true.
So I think that's fear.
I think you're right. Well, then the scripture talks about perfect
Love.
cast out all fear.
And so do you love
But
yourself?
what if you say perfect fear casts out all love?
Mm.
That's kind of true too.
That's kind of true too.
Because I'm not very loving when I'm full of fear.
Well, and you're not, and if you don't believe in yourself, then you're not very loving to yourself. So therefore, you're going to be fearful. You're going to set yourself up for that.
We're trying to be all about love and power.
That's right.
So we can't be afraid
Love,
anymore.
power, sound mind.
Yes. We're doing this thing,
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah.
We're doing this. We love y'all. We hope you're encouraged. We want to be encouraged by you. We want to hear from you. And so,
hope to see you again soon.